We are in a very competitive field.
Yeah.
That requires us to be as practical as possible as students in IT and computer science. So students, I welcome you to this session. The only objective that we have here is to create awareness around ICT careers and the various job types that you can take after you graduate from the university. So listen in, take notes, do follow-ups, because this one I encourage you that it must be from a very personal perspective, not from the university perspective. Ours is to open up opportunities, for example, what we are doing here with AFRALTI, but it's your personal responsibility to follow up the discussions that we are going to have today here. So Caroline, on your end.
Yes. Okay. Yeah, thank you so much, George. So my name is Caroline Masharia. I coordinate the Huawei courses as well as the fiber optic courses and ISO certifications in AFRALTI. And I have a colleague of mine known as Catherine Masinde. I will request her to introduce herself. Then after that, I'll do a brief introduction of AFRALTI, then hand it over again to Catherine. So Catherine, you can briefly introduce yourself, then I can continue.
Okay, thank you, Caroline. Unfortunately, my video is not able to turn on, but it's a pleasure meeting all of you. So as introduced, I'm Catherine Masinde. I'm heading the Cisco Academy Support Center and also the Cisco Academy at AFRALTI. So looking forward for an interactive session to be able to at least showcase which are the career courses that are outside there and the advantages of taking up the professional courses once you have done your training as either a diploma or a degree in various sectors within the university. So back to you, Caroline.
Okay, thank you so much, Catherine. So
Carol,
I'll take
just a minute.
Sorry.
Yes. I forgot to say that I might leave the meeting a little bit earlier because I'm deep in Meru on an official assignment. So my team will take over in case I leave early. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, George. Okay, so I'll start by giving you a brief introduction of who we are at AFRALTI. Just for you to have an appreciation, you may be hearing about AFRALTI, but you don't know what AFRALTI is all about. Okay, so AFRALTI is an acronym that stands for African Advanced Level Telecommunications Institute. So we are an intergovernmental organization. We were established in 1991 to supplement and spearhead ICT development efforts, mainly in English-speaking Africa. So our forte is on ICT and telecommunications. So being an intergovernmental organization, we also have other countries that are members of AFRALTI. So at the moment we have Kenya, which is the host country. We have Malawi, Mozambique, Kingdom of Eswatini, Tanzania, Uganda, Zambia, Zimbabwe, Lesotho, and Angola out of 23 eligible members. So our mission is to provide quality training, consultancy, and advisory services to the ICT sector. We've been doing this for very long, and we are very well known in the industry. And we'd be very happy to have Presbyterian University also partner with us so that they can tap from what the experience that we have. So our vision is to be a center of excellence that participates actively in the economic development of Africa by developing human capacity in ICT. And then our core values, we have quality and excellence, teamwork, good corporate governance, equal opportunities, professionalism, creativity, and innovation. So I'm not going to go into so much detail on who we are, but I just wanted you to have an appreciation of what we do. As Catherine is going to mention later in the meeting, we also assist Cisco Academy, and we have also partnered with Huawei to offer courses in the various courses under the Huawei portfolio. So this particular session is just for encouraging you to, for informing you or giving you knowledge on the other courses that you can pursue as you carry on with your degree, or once you're through with your degree program. Because out there in the field or out there in the market, apart from you having a degree, you also need to have a professional skill. And that is where AFRALTI comes in, because we give you that professional knowledge. Apart from now the degree that you have, you can also be able to have an area of specialization, and then be able to create employment for yourself, or be able to have an edge over other students or other people out there in the market. So at this point, I'm going to stop sharing and give it to Catherine Masinde, who will talk about our partnership with IBM, and then also the Cisco course offerings. Thank you, and over to you, Catherine.
Thank you, Caroline. So I'll just go directly and share my screen. So as mentioned, AFRALTI, we partnered, we got a grant from IBM to train specifically youths, that is the age of 14 to 25, on emerging technology courses and also soft skill courses. So the goal of IBM is to empower youth by exposing them to current ICT knowledge and prepare them for ICT innovations and career opportunities. So there's so many careers that are there when it comes to ICT. So it's just not about being a network administrator. You can become a cloud designer, or you can become a cloud architecture. You can also be able to do courses on cloud security. So the ICT field is big and it's very, very wild. So the youth are going to learn technical skills that will cover artificial intelligence, cybersecurity, quantum computing, as well as problem solving and entrepreneurial skills. This is on 4 areas. So I'll start with the first area. The first core module is emerging technology. So the first module will just give you the basics, just an introduction level, because as you can see, the aim of IBM is to be able to empower youths with what is currently trending, what is the current technology that is being in use. So we have like cybersecurity. We know that cybersecurity has been a big threat, not only to Kenya, but it's globally. So it is advisable that we have the skills on how to mitigate and on how to safeguard ourselves from cyber threats. We have blockchain. Blockchain is a new technology that is really, really coming up very fast. So blockchain deals with what we call cryptocurrency. And we believe in future, we may not have to deal with the real hand money. It's going to be about the Bitcoins. I think you've heard about Bitcoin. So that is all about blockchain. And you can see how blockchain can be implemented in a different industries. Like it can be implemented in agriculture, in the banking sector, even in the education sector. So it's something that can be implemented in all the sectors within the industry. We also have data science, which is a very good course, all about data analytics. We have cloud computing. I've mentioned about cloud. So nowadays, we know everything is just about the cloud. Everything you take a photo, it's saved on the cloud. You have your content. You don't want to save it maybe on your hard drive. You can easily save it on your cloud. And cloud services are very different. So nowadays, we find cloud services are able to cut down some of the industry resources. Like I don't have to purchase equipment to have them on my facility, but I can be able to purchase outsource services from the cloud computing organizations. We have a unit that touches on artificial intelligence. We have introduction to coding. Of late, you've seen online that we have coding that can be done from 6 years. So a 6-year child can be able to learn how to code. the basics of coding, they're able to do that. We have IoT, Internet of Things. We nowadays hear of smart buildings, smart cars, smart health. So IoT is also something that is very big coming into the market. It's already there and it's diversing very fast. So also we need to be familiar with the IoT technologies and areas of implementation. Last, we have quantum computing as the last topic. So the first module just covers on the intro level, but as a student, if you find you have an interest, let's say in cloud computing, you can be able to do more. You can advance in cloud computing or blockchain or cybersecurity. So this will give you a foundation where to start from and which courses to undertake. The second module will cover on professional skills. So this is where we talk about the soft skills that are very, very important, especially outside there in the job market. So one of the topics is delivering work with agility. You learn how to deliver work, how to be able to commit yourself or handle job-related work. There's interpersonal skills. We believe we all have different personalities. So interpersonal skills will enable you to learn how to interact with people with different personalities and how to respond. So it's just a matter of interacting and how to respond or how to handle people with the different personalities. There's collaboration effectively. So this is where you learn how to be a team player, a team worker. You learn about leadership and team management. Time management. Then we have present with purpose. So present with purpose helps you to learn how to do your presentations in terms of either projects or maybe you have to give a speech or you have to do any presentation. So it will be able to guide you on the steps to take in order to do a presentation. Then last, solving problems with critical and creative thinking. So this is where you have, like, if you have a solution or maybe you have a project that you need to be able to come up with and you want to give a solution, then this is where you'll be able to learn the tips, the steps to take on how to deliver a solution to a problem. Then the third module is on design thinking, the human-centered design. So the human-centered design enables you to also come up with solutions for different challenges or different situations. So it's a roadmap whereby if you have a problem or you find a challenge, the first thing you start is by, you have to empathize, put yourself in that challenge or in that problem, then you walk the steps. So there's the defining, there's the ideate, there's the prototype, then we have the test whereby you come up with the results of the problem. Then 4, we have entrepreneurship skills. So also you learn how to run a business or how best to conduct a business. And the last one is usually optional, but I prefer to giving it to students because it tackles about developing your brand using social media. So our social medias are our life online. It's our online life. So we need to safeguard it and we need to use the social media in a positive way that will not damage our reputation in the coming years, because we see the internet doesn't forget. So whatever you post online, whatever you share online, whatever you comment online can easily be retrieved. 10 years or 20 years to come, it still remains there. So it's very, very important to know how to use your social media, how to brand yourself in case you're running your own businesses, or in case you're looking for a job or an attachment or an internship. Your social media should be able to sell you out based on your skills. Second, we have focus your direction with the workplace research. Let's imagine that you have somewhere that you want to be attached, or there's a company that you really, really want to work for. So this is where you start. So focus your direction with the workplace research. It's whereby you identify that you go out participating in activities, forums, you like their pages, you follow up on them on their social media. You see what they do, which are the current skills that they're maybe employing people on. So that will help you to learn how to do that. Then third is create a great professional resume. So that will also help you to learn how to prepare it so that it becomes presentable when you go for interviews or when you put it on social media. It's something that is appealing, that can be able to entice the employers outside there. Then last, act your professional interview. So this will help you whenever you're going for interviews, how to conduct yourself, how to respond to questions that you might be asked, and how to present yourself while you're at the interview. So that is those are the 4 modules that the IBM program is focusing on, but you're not limited. Once you have done the channel, we call it a channel, once you have done the 4 courses, you're free to pick up any other training that you want from the platform. Then the training model. So the training model is done online. So it's virtual instructor-led. So it's a virtual instructor-led training with self-paced training. So you get to be enrolled to a platform, the IBM platform academy, that will enable you to have access to the content of what I've just shared. So students and instructors engage in video conferencing. So we use like Google Meet, Zoom, Microsoft Teams, and WebEx for the trainings. What is required is you must have an active email address, preferably Gmail, have a computer or a smartphone that you can be able to use, because you need to log in, you need to create your own account, then log in. Then internet connection, very important, because the platform, for you to access the content, you must be connected to the internet. We have flexible timings. We have morning 10 a.m. to 12 p.m. We have afternoon 2 p.m. to 4 p.m. Evening 6 p.m. to 8 p.m. and weekend from 10 p.m. to 1 p.m. So as a requirement, you're supposed to pick one session to attend at most for 10 days, but we can customize the course to run either for a few days or a week, so that you're able to learn, and the remaining part you can be able to self-pace on your own. Any other course you want, you self-pace it on your own. Then the registration process. So step number one, you start by signing up under the AFRALTI website. So www.afralti.org/skills build for students. So the moment you register, you're supposed to fill in your name, your email address, and the name of the institution. Then the moment you have done that and submitted the registration, you're going to receive an email with the class links. The class links, the email that comes with the class link will allow you to select one session. So it's either a morning session you want to do for the next 10 days. Okay, I've said we can customize 5 to 10 days. Then on the platform, you're supposed to complete 20 hours. So the channel enables you to accumulate all the 20 hours. Whatever you do on the platform will accumulate the hours. The number of minutes and hours that you spend can be accumulated into 20. After that, you can be able to receive a completion certificate. So that is everything about the IBM program. So if interested, and we're not charging, I forgot to say this, it's already sponsored. So what is needed is just for you to register, select the session that you want to be trained on. There's a facilitator who is going to take you through the training, from the registration process, creating your account, accessing the content, up to the last, whereby you learn how to earn your badges and to get your completion certificate. So you're not charging anything for the IBM Skills Build for Students program. So it's free. Then I'll continue with the Cisco. I think that was, unless you have a question, you can just post it in regards to IBM. So I'll be able to see the questions and answer the questions that you post from the chat. Then let me talk about Cisco, because I was told that is what I'm supposed to present next. So I'll start from career awareness survey, because the reason why we are doing this presentation is because of we're trying to educate you on which careers that are out there. So just a few questions to help you guide you in your career path. So the first one is, what career choice have students made? So I may not know which career choice that you want to take, but there must be that particular course or that particular unit that you want to take within your training. So what career choice have students made? You can be able to identify one. If you want to be a cybersecurity analyst, or you want to be a cloud developer, or you want to be a web developer, there are so many careers that you can be able to choose. But the second question is, what sources have students utilized to obtain information about your career? So if you've identified a specific career, what are some of the sources are you utilizing to help you identify which courses, which programs should you take to enable you to package yourself for the career that you want to undertake? Then third, do students understand and can they explain their various career job descriptions? So you as an individual, are you able to describe the career?
Carol, maybe I can.
Yes, Catherine.
Yes. Oh,
yeah. You've just asked a question about what career choices have students made so far. So,
yes.
So when we were registering for this course, some of them about 58 students were able to say, their preferred career path, and the majority of them are in cybersecurity, data science, web and Android developers, network administrators, and machine learning. So those are some of the career paths of the students after their programs. Yeah.
Okay, that is good to know that at least they already have a career path they have identified. Maybe the next thing is, are the sources, are they familiar with the sources they have identified to enable them to define their careers? So that's why we are doing the career talk, so that they know some of the sources we have, like the IBM, the Cisco, we have Google, that you can be able to Google and find which course that you can do in conjunction with whatever they're doing in their degree or diploma courses. Maybe the fourth question, are academics familiar with career tracks and job description for the students? That one I can pose it to you.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Then
but of course we enhance with the service providers and vendors that are out there in the market. So we link academia with the industry.
Okay, that's wonderful. Then last, can academics map degree programs with specific career tracks?
Yes, that is possible, although mounting degree programs in a university is a very expensive affair, but that can be done.
That can be done, great. That takes me to the Cisco Networking Academy partnership. So we have Cisco itself, which is an ecosystem that has a platform with curriculum. We are the partners, we have the Academy Support Center, what we call the AAC, and the Instructor Training Center. So AFRALTI is a partner for Cisco, and our partnership is around the Academy Support Center and the Instructor Training Center. So we give support, we do onboarding and training of trainers. And academies, we have different categories of academies. We have schools, the universities, colleges, TVETs, we have government institutions also that work with us. In some countries, we also have prisoners, prison centers that have academies. We have libraries also that run the Cisco Academy, and NGOs. So within the academies, we have instructors, we have students, and we have the facility. Then last, we have what we call the talent bridge. So the talent bridge enables students to be able to partner with employers, so they're able to get opportunities like internship or even jobs based on the trainings that they have done within the Cisco Academy. So this is what we call the Cisco Academy portfolio. So the Cisco Academy portfolio has 4 sections. The first section has what we call the Explore courses. So the Explore courses, these are courses, we refer to them as intro level courses. They just give you an introduction to the emerging technology courses. So we have courses like Get Connected that will give you the basics of the networks and internet in terms of doing research. Let's say you give students assessments, so they're able to learn how to do the research, how to access internet and everything. We have courses like Cybersecurity Essentials, which will give them the basics on how to identify cybersecurity threats, how to mitigate and safeguard themselves from cyber threats. It also has the advanced level, which is the Cybersecurity Essentials. We have Introduction to IoT as also a unit. For those who are doing anything with robotics or artificial intelligence, they can be able to enroll to the course. We have Networking Essential course, which gives the basics just of a network. So this is where you have a student who just wants to know a bit of what a network is, what composes of a network, which is some of the tools in terms of usage, and that's it. Then lastly, we also have Entrepreneurship that falls under Explore courses. Then we have career courses. So these are referred as job-ready courses. This is what is now needed outside there in the industry. So we have the Digital Essential course. So we have IT Essentials that enable students to learn how to do computer assembly and disassembly. So basically they learn how to assemble a computer and enable it to work. So you have seen projects like from JQuat, enabling to design computers. We have NDG Linux Essentials that enable students to learn about Linux and the commands and everything. We have Python as one of the languages that Cisco is using for training. And we have Playbook, it's called Hackathon Playbook. That is all about design thinking. Then we have courses under networking. So networking, we have two major courses that fall under the academy. So the first one is the CCNA R&S, which has 3 modules: Introduction to Networks, Switching, Routing, and Wireless Essentials. Then we have Enterprise Networking, Security, and Automation. Then we have CCNP R&S, which has it has 2 modules that tackles on switching, routing, and troubleshooting. Then we have programming infrastructure courses. We have emerging technology workshops. We have network programmability and experimenting with the REST APIs. So this course falls under DevNet Automation, which is a new course. Then we have IoT courses like Connecting Things, Big Data, and Analytics. Then last, we have the cybersecurity. So cybersecurity, we have 4 modules. We have CCNA Security, CCNA Cybersecurity Operation. We have IoT Security, and the new course is on Cloud Security. So most of these courses, the career-oriented courses, sorry for that. So most of the courses that are here, which are career-oriented, require that a student is able to certify for them at the end of it. So I'll talk about what a certification is and the importance of certification at the end of this slide. We have practice. So practice, these are tools that enable students to be able to gain the hands-on skills like Packet Tracer, which is a simulator tool that can be used in absence of the real devices like routers, switches, and access points. We have gaming. So gaming, mostly we use it under cybersecurity that enables students to learn the skills to do the training. We have prototyping labs. We have virtual labs that are already set up. We have assessments that enable students to analyze in terms of their knowledge. Then we have physical equipment that can be used. We have the physical equipment that can be used to also gain the hands-on skills. Then last, we have
Catherine,
yes.
There seems to be some noise on your background.
Sorry. Okay, just give me like 5 minutes.
Okay, thank you.
But meanwhile, I can receive questions.
Okay.
On the chat, there's a question from Elvis Kizito, who is asking, is cybersecurity offered by IBM?
Yes, there's a unit on cybersecurity that is offered by IBM, but if you want to do the certification courses, then you have to check out with other bodies that offer now certification, but the one for IBM will just give you the skills that you need. The knowledge and skills, just a bit of it.
Okay.
Okay, so I think I can go on, sorry for that. So I was talking about the practice courses. So the practice units just enable you to have tools that you can be able to use to gain some skills on them. Then we have complementary offering courses that Cisco has partnered with. So we have NDG, Linux 1, 2, NetLab, and the CCNA CyberOps Lab. So the CyberOps security has, we use the virtual labs to do the training. Then we have the Open EDG, that is this, the C and the C++ courses that we also offer them under the Cisco Academy. So this is the entire portfolio that has the courses that are offered under the Cisco Academy. Then if students would like to take up the training, we have areas whereby, okay, if you don't know where to start with, so we have the Cisco Interactive Pathways. So the Cisco Interactive Pathway, if you just Google ciscointeractivepathways.com, it will give you this map. So this map enables a student to identify which career path they want to take. Is it IT? Is it networking? Is it programmable infrastructure? Is it cybersecurity or business? So if it's IT, it guides you on the path which you can start from. You can start from Get Connected as you go to IT Essentials, to CCNA, the 3 levels, Introduction to Network, Switch, Routing, Wireless Essentials, and Enterprise Security and Automation. So the same thing, like somebody who mentioned about cybersecurity, there are channels there. You can start from Introduction to Cybersecurity, Cybersecurity Essentials, then there's IoT Security, there's the CCNA Security, and the CyberOps certification. So this pathway is very accessible, and you can be able to pick up any course depending with the career path you want to take, and it will be able to guide you onwards. Then I'd mentioned I'll talk about what a certification is. So a certification is an official document attesting to a status or level of achievement. It showcases your skills. What are you competent at? Then reason for getting certified is a great place to start with if you're looking to get your foot in the door. Let's say you're looking for a job, and the best way you can be able to even gain that job is by doing certification courses. Two, if you want to move up the ladder, let's say you want a rise or a new position within the company, then you can do a certification within the particular area that you want or you're interested in. Also, if you're trying to transition careers, maybe you're changing from one career to the other one, the easiest way is by doing certification courses, so that because certification courses are shorter programs, short courses that can be done in a week, in a month, or less than 5 months, compared to doing a diploma or a degree, which will take you 2 years or 3 years for you to be able to have the certificate. Then benefits of certification, one is valued by the industry, recruiters, and employers. So this is something that it is known, it is valued, it's there, it's identifiable that it exists, and it's the best way to market yourself the moment you do certifications. Then two, being certified helps distinguish you from the competition. Like if you're going for an interview, let's say you have somebody so as I was mentioning, if you go for an interview, somebody who has certification, who has done courses on certification, and somebody who just has a diploma or a degree certificate, it's easy for somebody else, for the person who has certification to be absorbed compared to that person who doesn't have any. It only has maybe one certificate or none. Then four, it is an indication that you have the initiative, drive, and solid industry standard knowledge in core technologies to be a strong addition to any team, because you already have the knowledge, you already have the skills, so it becomes easy for you to be absorbed within the market, within the job. For certified candidates are viewed as being problem solvers and job ready. So in terms of training, you may not have to be trained, okay, your employer will not have to commit a lot of time to train you in terms of that particular job. Then five, if you don't have years of experience within the industry, having your certification is a greater way to impress upon employers that you are a worthy candidate. So I would just emphasize that as much as you're taking your degree programs at the university, try to identify which career courses, especially the professional courses, that you can be able to do, so that they're able to give you a boost in terms of your career growth and in terms of the career path that you have chosen. So I think I'll stop from there and hand it over to Caroline. Then I'm open to questions on the chat.
Okay, thank you, Catherine.
Let me stop sharing.
Okay. Okay, so I'm going to talk about Huawei, our Huawei partnership, or our partnership with Huawei, and the courses that we are offering under that partnership. Okay, so Huawei, I know most of you know them for smartphones, but apart from the production of smartphones, they also are in the telecommunication industry, the IT. So this is a company that was established in 1987, and it's a leading global provider of ICT infrastructure and smart devices with integrated solutions across 4 key domains. That's telecom networks, information technology, smart devices, and cloud services. So it has grown to become the world's largest supplier of telecoms equipment and the second largest manufacturer of smartphones. So Huawei serves 3 main types of customers. That's the telecom operators that provide internet, broadband, wireless, plus fixed and mobile phone services. So the telecom operators are like the Safaricom, the Telcom, the Jamii Telecom, all those telecom operators. And then there is the enterprises, organizations, institutions, governments, and public utilities, as well as industries like finance, energy, transportation, and manufacturing. So that's like the ministries, our ministries of ICT and the others, and also other institutions. And then now we have the consumers. the consumers, that's the smartphones, the smartwatches, laptop computers, and other devices. So AFRALTI is what we call a Huawei Authorized Learning Partner. So we became a Huawei Authorized Learning Partner in 2011. And over the years, we've trained quite a number of students on the Huawei courses that I'm going to mention in the next slide. So most of these Huawei courses are kind of similar to the Cisco ones. The key difference is that these ones are offered by Huawei and the others are offered by Cisco. So we have the introductory level of the Huawei courses. That's the Huawei Certified ICT Associate Routing and Switching. So this is a basic course for routing and switching engineers. Under this course, you'll study concepts such as network fundamentals, basic connection methods of popular networks, basic network construction, troubleshooting of common network faults, installation, and commission of Huawei routing and switching devices. So the target audience for this is ICT professionals or students interested in datacom network technologies. So the prerequisites for this course, you need to be familiar with the IT operations, like basic IT, and have a basic understanding of IT technologies and network knowledge. So, okay, so upon completion of this course, you will have a basic understanding of small and medium-sized networks, including general network technologies, and the ability to design, to assist the design of small and medium-sized networks. So that's the fundamental level. Okay, sorry about that. Okay, so next we have the HCIA Datacom. So the HCIA Datacom is soon going to replace the HCIA routing and switching. So here you have you cover the basic fundamentals of networking, routing and switching principles, basic wireless LAN principles, basic knowledge of network security, network management, and O&M, and basic knowledge of SDN and programming automation. So the target audience here is for those who want to become data communication engineers and those who want to obtain the HCIA Datacom certification. The prerequisites, again, you need to have an understanding of basic IT. And once you do this course, you can be able to set up simple local area networks and test connectivity and also do troubleshooting. So I can say this is the foundation level of the Huawei courses. Then next we have the Huawei Certified ICT Professional Routing and Switching. So this one targets enterprise network engineers involved in design and maintenance, as well as professionals who wish to develop in-depth knowledge of routing, switching, network and efficiency and optimization technologies. So if you're aspiring to be a network engineer, then you can consider this course. And also if you want to sit for the HCIP routing and switching certification, this is the course for you. So before you do this course, you need to have gone through the HCIA routing and switching. So this course enables you to gain a comprehensive and thorough understanding of small and medium-sized networks, including general network technologies, and the ability to design small and medium-sized networks independently. So if you are a network engineer and you are faced with a challenge, maybe you have an issue with your local area network, then you should be able to troubleshoot that network and ensure continuity of the network. Then we have the Huawei Certified ICT Expert, that's HCIE routing and switching. So this one trains you on planning, design, deployment, operation, and optimization capabilities of large and medium-sized networks. So the target audience here is for those who want to obtain HCIE routing and switching. Prerequisite, you need to have taken the HCIP course, and you need to have at least 5 years relevant work experience. And then this course will enable you to interconnect different networks and various routers and switches. So this one will enable you to handle or to troubleshoot complex networks. Like maybe if you look at the perspective of an internet service provider, how does the ISP ensure that all the clients are connected? And if they go down, what should they do to ensure that they always have internet connectivity? So if you have a complex network fault, then you should be able to troubleshoot that by doing this course, after doing this course. Then we have the Huawei Certified ICT Associate Security. So I heard that from this team, majority of you are interested in cybersecurity, there is data science and machine learning. So before you delve into cybersecurity, you need to have some foundational knowledge of network security. You need to understand the concepts of security. Then you need to understand how to secure your network and how to secure your devices on the cyberspace. So with this course, engineers have the basic ability to configure and maintain small and medium-sized enterprise information security solutions, and have the ability to achieve basic network security for small to medium-sized businesses and meet the basic needs of a variety of security applications. So this course will enable you to be more keen when it comes to cybersecurity. Like if you go to a network, you find an open wireless network, you don't just connect to it, because there are some challenges that you may face. You may your device may be hacked into, and then your data stolen. So this course makes you to be more aware of your surroundings, and also sensitizes you on which networks you're supposed to connect to, and issues of passwords. How do you set your passwords? How often should you reset your password, and those kind of things. So it sensitizes you on how to secure your gadgets when you're using the internet. So the target audience here is cybersecurity junior engineers who hope to have information security capabilities. So you need to have a basic knowledge of TCP/IP and basic knowledge of routing and switching. So the course objectives here, you'll learn information security concepts, information security standards and specifications, common attack methods. You'll be able to secure your NAT, firewall NAT technology, among other security technologies. Then another course you can pursue is a Huawei Certified ICT Associate Cloud Computing. So we all know about this concept of data centers. So here is where your knowledge comes in. So once you take this HCIA Cloud Computing, then you should be able to properly configure your data center. So virtualization is an entry-level technology for cloud computing, and it's very important in cloud computing. So this course will introduce you to the knowledge of computing, networking, and storage related to virtualization. So the target audience here is for those who want to become cloud computing engineers and those who hope to obtain a HCIA cloud certificate. So here you just need to have basic knowledge of IT, basic knowledge of server and Linux operating system, and basic knowledge of storage. So once you do this course, the objectives of this course is just to enable you be able to learn more about cloud computing and be able to describe virtualization. Okay, then finally for this, we have the Huawei Certified ICT Associate Wireless LAN. Yeah, so if you want to set up a wireless LAN in your network, if you want to know how many access points are you supposed to have in your network, what is the distance between one access point and the other, how do you configure security in your access points? So this is a good course that will train you on that. So the target audience here is for those who want to learn wireless LANs, and then a prerequisite none. So once you do this course, you'll be able to demonstrate the basic understanding of small and medium-sized wireless LANs. And in general, you'll be able to be more secure and more alert when you're operating within a wireless local area network. Okay, so this is just a roadmap that shows the various Huawei certifications. So we have the industry certifications, that is 5G and cloud service. And then under cloud and computing, we have artificial intelligence, we have big data, we have cloud infrastructure. Then under connectivity, we have 5G network, routing and switching, SDN, transmission access, and LTE. So it all depends on where your interest is, but I would urge you to take up these courses, because once you finish your degree program, you still need to have a professional course. So I think the other thing that I wanted to discuss with you is we have also partnered with APAS. APAS is an organization that offers various courses and under ICT, like ICT fundamentals. And this under these APAS courses, we have 7 modules that just prepare you for, they enable you to have an understanding of your computer. Like if you want to use the Microsoft Word, how do you go about it? How do you format documents? How do you present? How do you prepare your presentations? Like if you are to do a presentation, how do you format your PowerPoint document? So these APAS courses have 7 modules. So the first module here is ICT fundamentals. So here you learn about information and communication technology, desktop settings, organization of data and information, internet and networks, IT security, and then safe and green IT. Then the second module here is about web browsing. So when you do this module, you'll be able to navigate your way around the internet. Like if you have your Google or if you have your Mozilla or whichever search engine you're using, you'll be able to know where to get what you want. And then there is a web collaboration. Now with the advent of this corona, we've been doing a lot of things online, having meetings online, having classes online. So how do you share information via like the Zoom platform? How do you share your screen? How do you play videos? So this topic trains you on how to use online collaboration tools, collaborating via smartphone and tablets. And then we have IT security. So here we have definitions, malware, network safety, browsing safety. So how do you ensure security when you're using IT equipment? Then there is word processing. How do you prepare your document? Like if you're doing your project, how are you supposed to prepare your document? How are you supposed to format it? So this is covered here under module 5. And then we have module 6, the spreadsheets, that is the Excel. And finally, we have presentations, that is the PowerPoint. So I think I'm going to stop there because I was told to manage my time. Yeah. So I think, Catherine, do you have anything to add, or we can open the question and answer session?
We can just open the question and answer session.
Yes. Okay, so thank you for listening. So feel free to ask.
Thank you, Carol. I'm still on, and I thank you for that informative session.
Okay.
I invite my students, our dear students, to raise any questions that they have or comments in the interest of time.
Yeah.
Questions? Felista, anybody, the question?
So maybe if they don't have a question.
Yes.
Catherine shared about the partnership that you're having with IBM.
Yes.
And that is it's a fully sponsored program. And she explained the duration and what is going to be covered. So we don't know whether, when people don't ask a question, you're not sure whether they've understood or they've not. Yeah. You're not able to know they're on which side. So we also want to hear some feedback on that, whether they would be interested in taking up those courses under IBM.
Okay, how many students maybe are willing to take questions? The courses. Remember, they are free courses, but very resourceful. How many? No feedback. There's a question from Talam who is asking, on cybersecurity path, what are the courses which suits beginners and what is the cost?
Okay, I'll start from my presentation. So one of the free courses, okay, there's no cost. Can you hear me?
Yes, yes.
Yes.
I'll start with from my presentation about IBM. The IBM program on which tackles on emerging technology, the course is free, you can access it for free. Then from the Cisco platform also, the Introduction to Cybersecurity and the Cybersecurity Essentials, those courses are free. But for career-oriented courses, you might pay around from 30,000 even more, from $300 to around $900. So that ranges between 30,000 to 90,000 for you to do a course for cybersecurity, a professional course that you have to sit for the industry exam. So I encourage you, for beginners, just pick up the Introduction to Cybersecurity courses from Cisco. And also you can take up the IBM program, because the platform will allow you to divert more, to advance little by little to other courses that you can be able to do. And they'll give you what we call a digital badge that you can still use it to market yourself.
Okay. There's another one from Brian, who is saying that he's interested in artificial intelligence. Kindly elaborate it more, and what it deals with, and the industry that offers it, and the ways you can apply for it, kindly.
Catherine, you can take that.
Yeah, I'm responding to it.
Okay.
Okay, when I talk about artificial intelligence, it has to do with robotics mostly. It's all about making smart devices. It's part of like IoT, Internet of Things. So nowadays we have so many industries that are doing they're doing IoT or implementing devices to be smart, whereby they're able to respond to different environmental, depending with where you place it. It can be the agriculture industry, it can be the IT industry. It can be deployed anywhere. But at the end of it, you must have a challenge, then you find the solution using the artificial intelligence. So I would suggest, Brian, if you take up the IBM training, it will help you to, there's a unit that guides you the areas where artificial intelligence is applied. All the emerging technology courses will guide you. That's what I'm saying. For beginners, if you don't have any clue, then that is where you can start with. By picking up the IBM program, you go through the basics. Whatever we are giving is just the basics that will help you to identify areas which you can apply the program in the different various sectors, from ICT to agriculture to tourism. It's wide.
Okay. Elvis is also asking if you also offer employment, same way that you offer training.
Okay, what happens at AFRALTI is that we have internship and attachment opening. So if we don't have maybe, let's say, an intern, then we can easily retain based on performance. So it's based on performance.
Okay.
Okay, there's another question, Catherine. Someone is asking, are the courses strictly for under 25? I think he's asking about the IBM.
Okay, at the moment you have left it open, but when we launched the program, it was basically for 14 up to 20, because we believe a 14-year, this is somebody who has finished class 8, they'll be joining Form 1, and in Form 1, they're going to be doing courses on maybe computer studies, so they just need to familiarize themselves with what is currently outside there. Then we also believe that those who are in age of 20, we have 18 years, those who are finishing Form 4, they also need to have some basics before they take up their university studies. But we decided to extend the age bracket to 25, but we are still not limiting, because this is something that is going to empower either you or somebody else can easily be able to pick up the program and be able to gain the skills, and especially professional skills. That one we cannot limit. Everyone needs to have the soft skill courses. They need to know how to behave. They need to know how to interact with different people. They need to know how to do presentation. So there's a lot that is there. So we don't limit.
Yeah, Coletta is requesting that you clarify more on blockchain and quantum.
Okay, blockchain I've talked about, it's all about cryptocurrency. So this deals with authentication and integrity, whereby you're able to track, let's say I give a good example, like I have a land that I want to sell to Caroline. So the title deed that is there, it's written my name as Catherine. The moment I'm selling the land to Caroline, people can see there's transparency. That is all about blockchain. There's transparency of the flow in terms of business. Maybe I own this property, I sell it to this to Caroline. If Caroline wants to sell, can sell it to somebody else. So there's that transparency whereby that part of forgery, it's very hard. Like in Kenya, land can be sold to 10 people and one person is receiving the money, or maybe 2 or 3 people are receiving the money. So blockchain is able to give that transparency of, in terms like, if I'm a farmer, I'm growing fruits. These fruits, they will take 6 weeks. So after 6 weeks, I take the fruits, I harvest them, I take them to the nearest shopping market. I'm able to sell them. The moment the client comes and buy, they know, they're able to tell the process through which this product has undergone. So blockchain is all about transparency and also about cryptocurrency. This is whereby you're dealing with the Bitcoins. So the same thing, through the IBM program, you're going to see what is blockchain, what are the different areas blockchain can be implemented, and what are the advantages of blockchain. The same thing to quantum computing.
Somebody is asking, do you have any courses in forensic? And another one is asking, how do they apply for internships?
Okay, Caroline, you can respond to that.
Okay, maybe I'll respond on the part of internships. So those ones, usually you send an application. You attach the cover letter and your CV. And then most of the time, these internships are given to either students who are about to graduate or students who have just graduated, who have just finished and maybe are waiting to graduate. So you just send an application to our info@afralti.org. And then you make sure you attach your cover letter and you attach your CV. The other question was on, do we have
do you have any? Yeah.
Forensic? Yeah, we have courses on digital forensics. So we've partnered with, apart from the partnership with Cisco and Huawei, we've also partnered with EC Council, which offers most of these courses on security, digital forensics, and all that. So yes, we have those courses too.
Okay.
Yeah.
Is there any other question or comment? Any other question or comment? Maybe you can also share contacts, or the info email is enough for just in case of follow-up.
I can share my email, and for Catherine.
Yeah. Can paste it on the chat. I also see my colleagues in the Faculty of Computer Science, in the School of Computer Science, Eric, and you can see Eric and Godfrey. I don't know if you have any comments. You can take a minute each if you have a comment or a question.
Well, thank you, George, and thank you, Catherine and Caroline. This was quite an eye-opener, I believe, to our students, and I would really urge the students to grab the opportunities that our friends are offering. As the presenter said, one of the challenges that we have is that people know these careers exist, but where we are getting the information from is not there. You don't know where to start. So this would be a very good partnership. I would really recommend it to our students, and pray that we will take up the opportunity and benefit, because it's really an opportunity for all of us. Thank you so much, and we look forward to working with you on our end. Thank you.
Asante mwalimu. Eric Sakokonya. Okay. Yeah, there's another question. Can I apply for courses while still in school? Yeah.
Maybe George, you can answer that.
Yes, you can, because for example, for the IBM program, I've seen that it's a flexible program that you can still manage your day classes and still be able to reserve 1 or 2 hours in your time.
Yeah.
To take the course. So yes, you can.
Okay.
And also the certifications, I guess, because I don't know if any certification that requires you to have a degree. Or a
No,
diploma.
you don't.
Yeah.
No, you don't have to.
Yes.
Actually, for these certifications, as long as you have a Form 4 certificate,
Yeah.
you can just enroll for these certifications, because you know either way you'll still need them as you proceed with your IT diploma or degree.
Yeah.
Actually, this goes to the students. When you're applying for a job now after you finished with the Presbyterian University, and you are like 5 candidates who have been selected for the same job, and out of those 5, there is one or 2 candidates who have these certifications. They stand a higher chance of being picked as opposed to the one who doesn't have these certifications. So I'd really urge you, as you take your studies at PUEA, please also plan to certify, so that you can be able to be absorbed in the industry, and also to create jobs for yourself, because we are not only preparing you to be employed, we also want you to be job creators and employ other people. Thank you.
Okay, I'd request that one student to just say something before we close the session now. As I thank Catherine and Caroline for even taking care of time.
Thank you. We had to do that.
He had to do that, yes.
Yeah.
A volunteer, student, please. I mean, even if you're looking for internship, it's a nice opportunity for you to request for it here. Robinson, Felista. Okay, then if there is no question or comment on or any other request, I'd ask Francis to give a vote of thanks. Then we close the session. Thank you. Francis.
Yes, thank you. Thank you, Caroline and Kathy, for creating awareness on the ICT courses to our students.
Yes.
And on behalf of the PUEA fraternity, I would like to thank everyone who was present in the meeting. And I believe we have all learned a lot. I will also thank for giving us time for presenting this career talk that empower these students to choose the right career paths. I hope they follow these sessions frequently. Thank you, Caroline and Kadri, and hope for best in our students as they choose the career path.
Okay.
Thank you. Back to you, Caroline.
Yeah. Thank you so much, George, and the colleagues for organizing this session. I'm really very much impressed by the turnout of the students. And what I have gathered from this session is that the students are really keen on cybersecurity, artificial intelligence, machine learning, data science. So maybe, George, we need to organize another session in the near future where we are going to be mostly focused on those areas, because you know that is the technology of today, and that is where we are heading with all this online working and automations. It is important that we have an appreciation of all these technologies. So thank you so much for your time, and I hope to see you again next time. Thank you.
All right, definitely. I'll be following up on that. And for our students, if you want to follow up on the discussion that we have today, please visit our office, ICT office. And then we are going to assist you. So have a lovely evening. Maybe we can close with a prayer. We opened with a prayer. So yeah, let us pray. Father, we thank you for wonderful time that you've given us, that we've been able to learn many things, and especially open up our students to new opportunities. Pray as they navigate through the storms of being in campus and trying to find their way in their careers, that you give them the courage even to speak out and reach out and we also pray for partners as they come in, AFRALTI and the entire team there. We may continue blessing them. Pray this, believing and trusting in Jesus' name.
Amen. Amen.
Amen. Thank you so much.
Nice evening.
Well,
Bye.
Thank you. Bye.